Hey, you got to check this out. What I'm going to show y'all today, you got to pay attention. This is really awesome. It's really cool. It's really quick. I'm going to show you how to take the total revenue, average revenue, largest amount, and smallest amount for quarter one all the way to the yearly total and put them all down in here, just like that. Are you ready to rock? Woohoo, let's do it. Hello, my friends. This is Billy Wiggly coming at you live from the 9th Island, Las Vegas, Nevada. Ooh. Oh, we got too much action going on over here. I don't want to be too loud. Let's come down a little bit over here. Let's do a quick test right here. You're not going to hear me for a second. There we go. We set the gain. And here's what I said to you. Aloha, my friends. This is Billy Wiggly coming at you live from the 9th Island, Las Vegas, Nevada. Are you staying positive, my friend? Because you know, choosing to be happy, focusing on the positives, and making the very best of every day so that tomorrow takes care of itself is the way we want to live. Live in aloha, my friends. Let's get right into it. So what we got right here, you got to check it out. Hey, you know what? Why don't we just enjoy it a little bit more? Why don't we just say, hey, you know, maybe we could use a little bit of music. So let's pick out some music. Let's go with how about one of my saved playlists. Let's go with the Daily Live, and we're going to start out with Hawaii. Oh yeah. And y'all got to let me know if it's a little bit too loud for you. Just let me know. Check 1 2. Ooh, Monday morning technical situations happening. I think everything's okay. Let me do a quick test right here. Check 1 2. All right, it's working. Situations happen. Yes, now we can get to the business of learning. And like I mentioned in the opening, what we're going to do right here is we're going to take the total revenue, the average revenue, the largest amount and the smallest amount, and then we're going to move it on over down the line and populate the rest of the fields. So normally what you would do is say, hey, like we learned from the very beginning last week, this is the last in a 3-part series, my friends, on how to write formulas in Excel. 10-year Microsoft certified trainer right here, and things keep getting better. Microsoft just told me they're sending me 2 more shirts. 2. I guess when you hit 10 years as a Microsoft certified trainer, everything changes and they start giving you everything. Microsoft is giving me everything that I need, man. My brain is just, I'm amplifying my intelligence now with the use of artificial intelligence. At the very first one of our live streams on formula basics, we learned about the order of operations. We got into formulas. We learned that there is such a thing as cell referencing. We figured out that we have operators in Excel to multiply, divide, add, and subtract. Angels are always playing when you know how to use Excel properly. We also learned cell referencing. And in Excel, when you're writing formulas, it's the contents of the cells that changes. The formula remains the same. And then we learned when we copy the formula down, what we have is relative cell referencing. So what you see in action, my friends, is this is a command equals Excel, do this. Then we've got this formula referencing cells C3, and D3. Column C, row 3. Column D, row 3. C3 and D3. When we copied our formula down, we experienced what's called relative cell referencing. And our cell references updated to match the location while keeping everything relative. Now let's move on over. We moved on over and we moved from relative cell referencing to absolute cell referencing. Here's where we learned that F4 is our friend. F4 is your friend, my friend, our friend, F4. And F4 is what taught us about absolute cell reference and the importance of it when we copied the formula down. We saw that this fixed all our errors. And then we kept on learning. Now we're here at the AutoSum. And the AutoSum is such a popular tool. When you go to the Formulas tab, and the Formulas tab is where you have everything there is to know about formulas. And right inside your Formulas tab, you have your Insert Function tool. That's this one. I like to call that the Formula Builder. We're going to do more on that on another stream. Or you can always go check out getskills.tv. Go check out or don't get mad, getskills.com or getskills.tv. And for $75, you can have all my courses and all future courses that are coming into this bundle. $75. Keep on learning. So when you're in your formulas, you got a function library with over 500 functions. Define names group. We got formula auditing. You just saw me using the show formulas tool. Except I didn't actually click on the tool. I use a shortcut. That shortcut is available to us when you hover over any one of the Excel tools. If there's a keyboard shortcut associated with it, it will tell you what the shortcut is. Just check it out. Control tilde. Now when we go and look at the formulas ribbon, we have the AutoSum right there. And there you see the keyboard shortcut for the AutoSum. Let's see if I can lock it in place. No, I can't lock it in place, but you can see it right here. All equal. Now, when I click on this drop down for the AutoSum, it shows us more popular functions. These are the most popular functions in Excel: sum, average, count, max, and min. The AutoSum is such a popular tool that you can find it in your Home tab also. When you go to your Home tab where all of your formatting options are located, you can find the AutoSum right inside of your editing group. And you're saying to yourself, Billy, my Excel looks a little bit different from yours. I'm using Microsoft 365. When you're using Microsoft 365, you're always going to have the latest version of your application, whichever application you're using. Look around because it's changing on a regular basis. It's constantly changing. I mean, I'm always noticing new features in Excel. Like when you go to the File tab, we got the Get Add-ins right there now. There's so many cool features just keep appearing. You got to just get right into it. Like, when did this happen? That little Excel icon. I don't remember that. That's what I love about Excel. It's like the gym for the brain. So what I did is on the Home tab right over here, the editing group, we've got the AutoSum. So what I did is I added it to my Quick Access toolbar. My Quick Access toolbar, typically it's located right up here. That's where it is by default. If you're a Mac user, that's where it's at. Now, if you're a Windows user, you're going to be able to right click on your Quick Access toolbar and you're able to show below the ribbon so you can move it down. I'll zoom in right here so you can see. When I click on this Customize Quick Access toolbar, it's not going to tell me to show below the ribbon because I'm already below the ribbon, right? It's going to show me show above the ribbon. And I click show above the ribbon, and there it is, right up here where I don't like it. But that's where, maybe that's where you like it. Maybe you can keep it there. That's the beauty of it. You can customize it however you like. I'm going to show back below the ribbon because that's where I like it to be. And then I'm going to hide my Home tab by double clicking on it. You can always press Control F1 to hide and unhide. See? Control F1, hide. Control F1, unhide. Control F1. Control F1 to hide. And I'm working right here with my quick access toolbar. I've got the AutoSum. Now I want you to notice something. I'm going to right click and I'm going to remove it from the quick access toolbar. I'm going to double click on the help and it opens up and locks my ribbon in place. But let's go to the formulas. Yeah, let's go to the home tab. Right here in the home tab, any one of our tools that we wanted to add to the quick access toolbar, we can just right click and add to quick access toolbar. So I'm going to right click on the AutoSum and I'm going to add it to the quick access toolbar. Now notice the AutoSum has various functions attached to it. The average, count, max, and min. It's not just the sum. So I'm going to right click on the AutoSum, say add it to quick access toolbar. And here we see the AutoSum. Nice. All right, cool. So I'm going to do an average. Wait, where's the little drop down arrow? Where's that at? All right, so what happened was, let me right click, remove from quick access toolbar. I right clicked right on top of the AutoSum and added to the quick access toolbar. There's the AutoSum only. It just added the AutoSum. It didn't add any of the other components of the AutoSum tool. So what I'm going to do is right click right on that little drop down arrow. Instead of right clicking right there on the AutoSum, I right click on the drop down, add to quick access toolbar. Now we got the entire tool. It's the little things that eliminate that frustration that builds up little by little when you don't know the basics. And then you're angry all the time. Because there's a whole bunch of little things you can't get done. Ooh, excuse me. Still dealing with some of the leftover smoke from the fires. So let's go right ahead and do our total revenue, average revenue, and largest amount and smallest amount right in here. So let's get ready. Let's put our marquee in the data right here. Begin with the end in mind. Habit number 2 of highly effective people. Begin with the end in mind. It's what we do in Excel. You write your formula where you want your answer to go. Begin with the end in mind. We've got our marquee in the total revenue section. Then all we've got to do is go right up to the editing group and click on the AutoSum. But what I'm going to do is just do it my way. I'm going right to my quick access toolbar, click on the AutoSum, and now it says, you want to sum all this? No, I just want to sum that range right there. Then I'm going to press enter, go to back up to my AutoSum, give me the average of this range, press enter, and now I'm going to want the largest amount, the max of this range, press enter, and I want the smallest amount, the min of this range. Right here, press enter, grab the entire selection, click on the autofill handle right there, just like that. And what I'm gonna do is grab it and I'm gonna pull everything back my way. And there's our angels, just like that. Here's our formula. We got an average. Let's get rid of this. Let's press that control tool to view our formulas. And there we can see what we got. We got the sum of E2 through E9. We've got the average of E2 through E9. We've got the max of E2 through E9. And we got the min of E2 through E9. This is called a function. That's the sum function. That's the average function. That's the max function. That's the min functions. And when you use functions in Excel, Excel is doing the math. When you just write the formulas from scratch, you're doing the math. Who do we want doing the math? That's right, Excel. So I've seen people do this before. They'll go right in here and they'll say, well, for the total revenue, I'm going to say it's equal to that one plus 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 that one. Look at that formula right there. It's pretty. It's like a rainbow. Yeah, it's pretty colorful, but it's also pretty messy. And it's we only have 8 rows right here. What happens when you have 3,000 rows? Your formula is going to be so long. It's going to go from here all the way to Hawaii, across the Pacific Ocean, because I'm on the West Coast, and it's going to head on all the way. That's west. And head on over to Hawaii because it's so long. No, let's press enter. And then you're going to do the same thing as this. And then you're going to divide by the number of rows you got to get your average and the like. And you're going to spend half your life trying to do just this. And then you're going to quit because you hate Excel. You got to go find yourself another job. But no, you got to make it easy on yourself and use the tools available to you in Excel. So notice what happens when you do it like this, where you manually wrote the formula instead of using a function. Let's say that suddenly we got to insert another row right here. I select where I want to insert a row, and I'm going to press Control plus. Control plus. Let me remind you of that shortcut right here. Control plus inserts, Control minus removes rows and columns. So I select row 4, press Control plus, there's my row. And then let's say we add it to Q1. We're going to add another $10,000 right in here because we got to update it. Now look right over here at this 38,000 when I press enter. Watch. What happened? Nothing happened, right? Why? Because this $10,000, this cell right here, cell E1, E2, E3, E4 is not in the formula. It never was part of the formula. Let's take a look right here. There's E2, E3, E5. Where's E4? It never was part of that formula. We got to add it in manually. So we don't want to do this when we're working with Excel, right? We want to make it easy on ourselves. That's why we're always learning. And that's why the name of this company is Don't Get Mad, Get Skills, because we don't get mad. We get skills. That's why we don't have arguments here. We start getting mad at each other and all of a sudden somebody will go, whoa, what's the name of this company? Somebody will go, don't get mad, get skills. And then we start thinking. We start focusing on the outcome that we desire instead of reacting. We're responsive individuals that don't get mad, get skills. And because you're associated with don't get mad, get skills, you too are a responsive individual. And you rock. You have fun while you're rocking. So let's go right ahead. Let's get with it. Put our marquee right in the data. And now, one more time, click on the AutoSum. Excel is selecting everything right up above it. We could just go ahead and press enter right now, but now we're going to go ahead and we want to specify because we don't want that blank row included. We just want to specify right here. So we just say just this range right here, E2 to E9. Press enter. Then we go right ahead back to our AutoSum. Select the average of this range right here. Press enter. And then we're going to say select the largest amount. So that would be the max. And now Excel wants to pick the max of those two numbers right above it, but no. You know, see what I'm doing here? Like right now, the numbers that I want to calculate the max for is right here. But I could have said I want the max of this range. Now that wouldn't really make sense, or I could have picked this. This could have been on a whole nother spreadsheet in this workbook. So maybe what I wanted to get the large amount for is in the summary sheet right over here. So I would just right now go on the summary sheet and highlight what I want. You can do that. Try it out. Now I'm going to go ahead and press enter. And then for the smallest amount, I'm going to say, hey, give me the min. And it's the min of that range right there. Press enter. And then I want to show you something else too here. Let's say this is the min. And here it's really easy. I can just click and drag right here. But you know, I'm just using these tiny little spreadsheets for demonstration purposes. But I know that the spreadsheets that you're working on are more than likely more complex than this one. Larger spreadsheets. You know, you've got 3,000, 30,000 rows. Maybe you're not going to be able to just click and drag like that. But you can easily use the navigation technique. Just use your control plus shift. Okay, let me erase this right here. Put it over here where control plus shift plus arrows. Arrow down. So when you press control plus arrow, you're going to navigate in the direction of that arrow to the last empty cell. When you press shift and then arrow, you're going to select in the direction of that arrow. When you combine the control and the shift, and you press the arrows, you're gonna navigate while selecting to the last empty cell in the direction of the arrows. So I'm gonna do a control shift down. Watch. I do control. If I just do a control down, it's just gonna move my marquee to the last empty cell. Just like this. If I press the shift key, it's gonna navigate and select in the direction of my arrows. So I'm just pressing my arrows on my keyboard right over here. Okay. So control, arrow down, control, arrow to the left, to the right, to the left. It goes navigates to the last empty cell. Now, if you hold the shift key, it selects in the direction of your arrows. And in this case, let's say I want to select right here from E2 to E9. I'm just going to press control to navigate, shift to select, and the arrow down. And it's going to select, go all the way down to my last empty cell. So it's going to stop right here. Pretty cool, yeah? So control, shift, arrow down, boom. Now I really didn't need to do that here because it's really, I could just click and drag, but let's just say you had 3,000 rows, 30,000 rows, 100,000 rows. Click, control arrow to navigate, control shift arrow to select while navigating in the direction of your arrows. So we press enter. We've got all of our formulas in place. Let's let me minimize this. Let's press control tilde so that you can see all the formulas right in there. And those are functions. So now, because we used a function, we're letting Excel do the math. And as we progress in another series later, I'm gonna start working our way into the function library. And I'm gonna take you into the AutoSum. Well, excuse me, I'm gonna take you into an insert function tool. Insert function tool. This is what I like to call the formula builder. More on that in another live stream. Or you can just go on over to don'tgetmadgetskills.com and get yourself that $75 access to the 7 Steps to Excel Success VIP bundle. And you'll instantly have access to the community where we can all help each other out and ensure our success. So here we have our AutoSum, my friends. It's over here. Hey, you know, I make it look easy, but there's a lot going on over here. All right, let's keep on rolling, my friends. How you doing over there? Whoa, hey, Derek Ken Mexit. Saludos desde Panamá. Hey, ¿cómo estás por allá, amigo? Aloha desde Las Vegas. Viva Panamá, estás pegado al lado de Colombia. Un día de estos tengo que ir a visitar. Yeah, that's right. I can speak Spanish. It's all about skills. Don't get mad. Get skills. All right. Yes. Sometimes people don't even realize I can speak English when I'm speaking Spanish. Woo, don't get mad. Get skills. Ni hao. Wo jiao bi li. Ni jiao ma. All right. So let's keep on rolling. Anything specific you want to learn back over there, Derek, in Panama? Check this one out. This is a shortcut in action. So we got our AutoSum. We hover over it, and we see that it does have a keyboard shortcut. Whenever there's a keyboard shortcut to a tool, we're going to get the indicator. The tooltip will tell us if there's a keyboard shortcut. In this case, Alt plus equal. So watch this. If I just press Alt equal, boom, it sums this range for me. I could also put my marquee right there, or I could just select this range. I want to sum that range. Now, I got to make sure that there's an empty cell either here or here to put my formula or put my answer in. So right here, it's not an empty cell. Right here it is. So it's going to spit it out right here. So I select those 3 cells, and I'm going to press Control or Alt equal, and watch this. Oh, having too much fun. I got excited when Derek came on. Got all happy. Got somebody in the audience. Psh, look at that. See that? I'm gonna do that one more time. I'm gonna select these 3 numbers that I want to sum, and I'm gonna press Alt equal. Poof, there it goes. There's the answer, just like that. All right, my friends. But what I want to do is, I don't want to sit around and play around like this and do that row and then this column and, every one of them individual. I'm like, yeah, why don't we just do everything at once? Because we know how to select multiple non-adjacent cells by pressing the Control key while we select. We know that there's a keyboard shortcut for the AutoSum. It's Alt equal, so we go ahead and press it. And then now we hear the angels, right? So it's multiple non-adjacent cells that we selected. And we do that by, you make your selection, right? Now press the Control key. Press and hold the Control key. And now we select the next range. Press and hold the Control key. And so now what we've done is we've selected multiple non-adjacent cells. Just like I can select this cell, this cell, this cell, this cell, and that cell. All of these cells are individually selected because I was using the Control key while selecting. The Shift key allows you to select everything in between. So when I select this cell right here, and then I click on this cell, while I'm holding the Shift key, it's going to select everything. Watch. Click. See that? So the Shift, you can select the entire selection. Control non-adjacent cells. So I'm selecting this range right here where I want my totals to go. Then I select this range where I want to have some row totals. In this range where I want to have some row totals. Now that I have all the sections selected where I want to insert my AutoSum, I can press Alt equal. And then, nice. Woo! I like this one too. Boom. Yeah, you got to get yourself those sounds. So for the average monthly totals, I'm just going to take this whole range right here. Hold down this range right here. Hold down the Control key. Grab this range right here. And then let's go ahead. First, let's begin with the end in mind, right? So right in here where I want my result to go, I'm going to initiate the AutoSum, and I'm going to use the average. So we'll go right here to the AutoSum, and we'll say we want the average. Click. And now Excel is saying, you want the average of what? Well, we want the average of this range right here. See that? And then I'm going to slide right on over here, and I'm going to hold down the Control key, Control, to select multiple non-adjacent ranges. And I'm going to select this range right here. Now we've got the average of these two ranges. B4 to D8. And then the following range that you see right there, F4 to H8. Pretty cool, yeah? And then, I'm going to do something else right here. I don't really need to do this. This is just part of developing your own style. This is not a rule. This is not a best practice or anything. This is just something that I do my style. I'm going to press F4 to anchor. I know I'm not going to be adding any more numbers or anything to this. This is how it is right here. This setup, the spreadsheet is not going to change. So I just anchored just really quickly just because I wanted to go ahead and do this. Just double click on my autofill handle. Click. Well, I can't. Well, I'm just going to copy it on down. And then now I got the same formula, right? Everywhere. But here I'm not looking for the average. I'm looking for the max. So I'm just going to type in MAX. And I'm going to tab right into it. Tab and press enter. There's the largest monthly sales in that range. What's this telling me? Yeah, no. It's trying to tell us that it's different from the formula that's right up above it. Should it be the same? No. Like in this case right here, we wanted it to be the same, right? They're all a sum of the row. In this case, we can just ignore error. And then right here for the minimum, we just needed the min. Boom, just like that. All right, and the reason why I anchored is when I copied down, I didn't want to adjust the cell references. So this particular thing that I just did right here by anchoring, this is just my own thing that I just did for this. All right, you don't necessarily have to do that, but I just saved myself a couple steps by doing that. You could have also said, hey, you know what? I'm gonna do it. Let me remove remove all the anchors here. Whoops, what did I do here? Average monthly totals of that range in this range. Enter, and then we delete that. You know, this is the long way. And that is the largest, the max of this. Are you seeing why I did it the other way? Boom. And then we've got the min of this and this. Poof. Just like that. There we got it. Puts everything in the order that we want it in. Everything's just fine. It's a little bit different, but it's the same. It's the same two ranges. But we want to ensure consistency. So I want to make my formula here the same as I did the other ones. Ensure consistency, my friends. It's really important. That's part of the 7 habits of effective list. We haven't even covered that yet. You could always go to my YouTube channel and find some of the things that I talk about. When you go to youtube.com at Mr. Aloha, I'm the only Mr. Aloha at Mr. Aloha on YouTube. You can just go right in here and then right here in the search, just type what you're looking for. So we were looking for, in this case, let's say the AutoSum. Boom. Just go right in here. Oh, 7 habits of effective lists. Let's just put effective list, or let me just put list my channel. Excel quick drop down. 7 habits for effective list. Yes, you want to follow those 7 habits for effective list, because when you do the basics just right, you're not going to run into all these problems that you're running into right now. You know, you're stuck in Excel. Maybe you hate Excel. That's because you got to get yourself some skills. Don't get mad. Get skills. Learn the basics. Lay a solid foundation. That way you can just keep on growing. So now let's get back on over here, because now what we're going to do is some 3D referencing. You see this right here? This is the sum of Q1 through Q4 cell F5. That's the total for Hawaii. Total sales for Hawaii. So look at this formula. It's the sum. See this little apostrophe right there? Is that what that's called? An apostrophe? I don't think that's called an apostrophe. Hyphen? No, that's not a hyphen. Hyphen is that. That's a single quote. Okay. And then this is a cell F5. So these are, whenever you see these little single quotes, that means that whatever's in between them are worksheets. And then whenever you see a colon like that, I just blanked out on what we call these. We call these, come on, put it in the chat. What do we call these? Yeah, really quickly. Press Shift F3. Excuse me. Shift F3. Arguments. See? Even Mr. Aloha, 10-year Microsoft certified trainer Excel expert, forgets things sometimes. So don't beat yourself up. So we've got the function that we're using is the sum function. And we're taking and we're looking at worksheets Q1 through Q4. And what we're summing is F5. That means foreign cell. That means that it's the F5 in Q1 to Q4. In Q1 to Q4. All right, so let's take a look right here. Notice right there the worksheets Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. Named specifically. There's first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter, and the summary. Now let's go ahead and begin with the end in mind. So I'm going to minimize right here. So we can take a nice little look right here at the worksheets. So we begin with the end in mind. And I'm going to press Alt equal to insert my sum function. And we want the sum of what? So Excel, we have to tell Excel, because right now it's saying, hey, what do you want to sum? Well, we want to sum Q1 through Q4. So I clicked on Q1. Before I press Q4, I want to hold down the Shift key. Okay, Shift. Hold the Shift key before you press Q4. So let me go back here for a second. I'm going to press Alt equal to initiate my function, the sum function. Now Excel wants to know, what do I want to sum? And I say, Excel, I want to sum Q1, hold down the Shift key, and now select Q4. Boom, and I've selected everything in between. This is called the grouping. I grouped. All of these worksheets are grouped. Now, when we look at the formula, now there's a reason too, you got to think about, begin with the end in mind, think ahead. Why did I name the worksheets Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4 instead of spelling out quarter one, quarter two? Because we're thinking ahead and we're thinking, well, we're probably going to use the name of our worksheets in formulas. So let's keep our formulas as simple as possible. So here you notice we've got the sum of worksheets Q1 through Q4. Now it's waiting for us to tell it, what is it in Q1 through Q4 that we want to sum? So come on now, my friends. What is it in Q1 through Q4 that we want to sum right now since we started our formula in Hawaii? That's right, cell F5 right here. So we want the total for Q1 through Q4, cell F5. And that means that Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, they're all formatted exactly the same. Let's take a look at our formula right up here. It's a sum of worksheets Q1 through Q4, foreign cell F5. That means that we're summing cell F5 in Q1 through Q4. There we have it. And then we can just double click on our autofill handle. Woo, yeah, this is working out good, isn't it? Let's view these formulas. Control tilde. Look at that. Nice. I like that. Now you understand, right? Cool. There's a reason why we named our worksheets what we did. And there's a reason why we formatted our worksheets exactly the same. There's a reason we grouped. Basics, Excel basics. Now you're wishing, I wish somebody would have taught me the basics. Well, all the people that are members of Don't Get Mad, Get Skills, they're not wishing that. They're doing it. They're living it. They're transforming their lives. All of us are. Just come on over here, check out the videos of what people are saying. And I got more testimonials coming. I love you. I want you to keep on learning. So we got a whole bunch more things going on here, my friends. You want to see me do this again one more time? Remember, the setup is important right here. This all started with the way the sheet was set up. We originally grouped 4 worksheets together, and I went ahead and made that. And it duplicated it in all 4 sheets because I had them all grouped. And then individually, I just went in and applied, changed first to second, to third, to fourth, and then the months. This was easy because this is all part of your autofill handle. I didn't even have to type the rest. I didn't need to. Excel knew. And in every one of these quarters, the total sales for Hawaii in F5, third quarter, fourth quarter, all F5. For Nevada, F6. For California, F7. For Alaska, F8. In all of them. That's why this worked, because we set it up properly from the beginning, my friends. And that's how we do it at Don't Get Mad, Get Skills. We always want to keep on learning because we don't get mad. We get skills. See how it works? Stay tuned, my friends. I got an update coming for you day after tomorrow. There's some new features that just came out in OpenAI's ChatGPT. And as much as I've been learning and as much as I've been working on getting my machine learning certification right now, that's what I'm working on. I tell you what, when you got a good solid understanding of Excel, it starts to open up your whole world of technology. It all goes back to Excel somehow. The fact that I know Excel, that I'm Excel expert, and I spent all these years teaching you Excel, using Excel, sharing Excel, encouraging you more people to use Excel, encourage you to keep on learning and don't get mad. All those years are all paying off now. They're paying off during this time of evolution because we are evolving. Artificial intelligence, my friends, stop calling it that. Call it amplification of intelligence and get yourself ready for this evolution. Make sure that you stay physically fit, mentally fit, emotionally fit. Choose to be happy. Come on now, it's not gonna be that difficult. I do it all the time. You follow me on LinkedIn, on YouTube, on Facebook. You see me sharing with you everything that I'm saying. What I'm saying, I'm doing, and I'm encouraging you to be strong, be mentally and physically fit, and you keep on learning. And it's easy. All you got to do is just keep moving, like and subscribe. Get yourself that $75 bundle at don'tgetmadgetskills.com. And most importantly, remember, I love you, my friends, and I want to make sure that you don't get mad. Get skills. We'll see you Wednesday. Chee-hoo.